All right. It's been about a month since Gambit was announced, so surely they're gonna announce Rogue now. Let's just go check the Fantasy Flight page and see what they say. Huh. All right. Well, I guess we're not getting the Rogue announcement for another week or so. I can't believe this is taking so long, but sure, whatever. So let's do a Reddit reply instead. While I always enjoy doing this, I was really hoping today would be the Rogue announcement day, but I guess Fantasy Flight's holding on to it for another reason. So, all right, let's go through the Reddit Marvel Champions subpage. Start with the first one, and they said, "I beat Absorbing Man expert with Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Ask me anything." I like this person already. Absorbing Man was doing trashy things, and Rocket and Groot, with Rocket a raccoon with Groot by his side and decided to take out the trash. It surprisingly took them 3 games to defeat the absorbing villain. Ask me anything. I think this first person asked the perfect question. Question about Wolverine claws. Why do Fantasy Flight games hate them so much? And why would they do that to you? Follow-up question. What does you even mean? These are all important questions, and I really hope to see a full response, a little more in depth, right? A little more in depth than just obviously jealous of Wolverine's claws and hates you, and you is referred to any person in general. Go X-Men. So I really like that. I thought that was funny, and this whole thing is pretty funny, but. Anyway, next topic. Let's move on. I thought this was funny too with Fantasy Flight Games and Asmodee. They say it's 11-11 for Wolverine, Storm, and Mojo. What's the chance the Canadians will finally get Phoenix? And I cannot believe it has taken this long for everyone up north to get Phoenix. It blows my mind, really, because it feels like I've had Phoenix now for like months. I know it's not been that long, but it just feels like it, right? And apparently, a lot of people were saying that they already got the shipping notifications for it, which is really cool. It's finally cool that a lot of people get to experience Phoenix now. And for all the Canadians, after you're done playing Phoenix, make sure you check out my review. I'll post it in the corner. So the last thing I want to talk about is would Mutant Genesis be a good second big expansion? This person has the base game, Rise of Red Skull, Green Goblin, and 4 extra hero packs. And they're thinking about getting Mutant Genesis next. Is this a good route to go? And it's funny because I kind of thought about this one for a while, because it seems like a lot of the idea of Mutant Genesis that you play multiplayer, right? Or that you can kind of forego everything else that was like Avengers related and Guardians related and go straight toward Mutant Genesis. And I thought it was kind of the way to go. And when you compare difficulty levels, right, and like progression, like what would make the most sense. And I actually think Mutant Genesis, the more and more I thought about this, wouldn't be that bad after Rise Against the Red Skull. Um, the reason being is because Red Skull is not that hard, especially when you kind of like figure it out, right? Once you figure it out, it's not too bad at all. And Mutant Genesis, I feel like, is also not that bad. Like I feel like it's a challenge, but it's a fair challenge because the next one, if you went in order, right, would be the Ronin box, right, the Guardians box, which is just ridiculous. You shouldn't do that. Next, it will make you upset and angry, and don't do that to yourself. And after that would be Mad Titan Shadow, which is pretty good, but Loki kind of really stinks, and Thanos can be really tough if you don't have a pretty decent card pool, but Hell is really good. And then after that's the Web Warrior box, and honestly, Venom Goblin could be really hard and really tough. So it's kind of this weird thing that like the more and more I think about it, Mutant Genesis actually kind of does make sense as a second big box, which is weird, like a weird gap. Which leads me to one of my main questions I wanted to ask about this is what do you all do as far as expansions go, right? Where have you been here since the beginning where you just get things in order and just whatever the order is that you get it, or have you kind of picked and chosen different things to get, right? I'm kind of interested what this community is like with that because I feel like for me, like I'm a completionist, right? Doesn't matter what the hero or what the box is, I'm gonna go get it, and I want to know how you are with that. And also on top of that, I'm curious of how you would purchase things if you were to redo it. Are there things that you would just flat out skip, or is there a different order in which you would get things? The reason being is I'm actually putting together a buyer's guide, and it's been really kind of hard for me to do because There's so many different avenues. So I was kind of curious down in the chat if you want to write that out, what avenue you would take. Maybe I'll mention you in my video coming up, because I think I have an idea of what I would do, but I don't think there's one right idea or anything like that. So anyway, this is a much shorter video today because honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I really expected to be talking about Rogue today, and the Reddit subreddit is basically all about Wolverine and Storm, and everyone got the hero packs except for me, and I'm not jealous at all. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So anyway, I will see you all next time. Hopefully with a longer Reddit reply. Hopefully with an announcement for Rogue. Most likely that'll be coming out. And then pretty soon, Wolverine and Storm reviews coming out. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you scroll down. Like I said, leave a comment. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notifications so you know when next videos go live. And yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this.